Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I am pretty excited for today's video. It's not every week that I get to go play on new equipment like this. Now, I went up and worked with one of the companies that I've worked with in the past. They had a brand new asphalt grinder delivered this week. Super rad machine. This week was just a wild week for me. Monday, I had to wrap up some stuff that I had here in San Diego. Then I had to do a couple things on the ranch real quick. Then I jumped on a plane, flew up to Sacramento. And then from there, I was at their yard at like, I think I got there at 4 in the morning, got in their Peterbilt, drove up to the Sierra Nevadas to where they had this new piece of equipment sitting there already. And we went over a couple things with Caterpillar in the morning. They were showing us some of the features on the machine. And then from there, I worked with that crew for the rest of the week where I ran the laydown machine. I helped train a couple guys on that. So it was just a wild, wild week, but running new machines is always cool. But before we get too far into this video, I have a serious question for all you Polaris mechanics out there. I have a Polaris Ranger 900 XP, this guy right here. It's a super good machine. We love it, love it, love it. But recently it has decided to give us a couple problems. Now, basically what it does in the mornings, like right now, it's cool. This thing will run perfectly. We'll go feed the animals with it. We'll do whatever we want. For some reason, later on in the day, once it warms up, the fuel pump, which is right here, will not turn on. In the morning, it turns on. In the afternoon, it does not. So I spoke with one of my mechanic friends and he said, well, try changing the temp sensor, the map sensor. I changed new plugs, put a new coil in. I don't know what's going on. So for any of you experts, if you know what the answer to this problem is, drop it down below. I'd be super grateful. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep throwing parts at it till it works again. But I do miss having it. But that's not what today's video is about. I'm sure there's gonna be some other odds and ends, some other rando things in this video, but hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go ahead and jump into it and let's roll.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Catch me howling at the moon. Trying to catch me howling at the moon. Trying to catch me howling at the moon. Trying to catch me howling at the water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men tried to reach it, many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't.
Good morning. Good morning. Man, oh man, I'm out in Nowheresville, California, just pulling up to the job site right now. You guys can see the trench, maybe not, but there's the big boy. There's the big old asphalt grinder that we're gonna be using today. So, exciting day, and let's see how this goes. A deer. Oh yeah, look at that beauty. So it's one of the cat milling machines. Now it is not mine, even though I wish it was, but it belongs to one of the companies that I used to work with. And anytime they have a big project like this, if I'm able to, I will come up and help them. So I'm helping them out with the trucking. You guys can see their land all, and they got a nice Peterbilt. And so I'm gonna be moving this machine around for them, helping train the guys a little bit. So behind this storage compartment, it's pretty cool. It's got a bunch of little lights right here, and basically you just loosen this wing nut right here. And anywhere on the exterior of the tractor that you see one of these, you can basically take the light off, plug it in, you can just tighten the wing nut back down. But basically you point this light wherever you want. If you want it like shining down so you can see what you're grinding at, tighten it up, and you got a light right here. And when we're working during the day like we usually do, you just take it off, put it back in here. Then you just put it back in here, tighten it up a little bit so it doesn't fall out. Close the door, and then you don't have to worry about breaking lights because that's something that happens often. So before we zero this thing out, we're gonna pull the leg inside. One of the passes that we were doing yesterday, we had to bring the leg on the outside, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So you guys can see that the leg is on the outside of the machine right now. Right now I'm gonna go up there, I gotta do a couple things, and then we can swing it back in. All right, so to bring this leg in, you have to have this platform slid all the way this way, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that later on. I can't put it out right now, but basically we're gonna lower the machine all the way down. And then from there, you lift only this side up. Edgar, can you film this real quick? Just film the track. There's a pin right here that you got to pull out. George, you got this button right here. This one brings it in. Push this side, it brings it back out. We're gonna go ahead and slide the operator station out, and you basically just push this button right here and the whole platform will slide out like so. That way you can see what you're doing down here. So now we're gonna zero the machine back out. Basically you need to lift the machine up just a tiny bit in the back. So we're gonna go ahead and drop this track back down on the ground. We're gonna do what's called the scratch test right now, and for that you have to turn the drum on. And you need to have it spinning, but you don't want it going fast yet. So we're gonna go ahead and head back down to the back of the machine. So you wanna lift up this rear gate.
Just work it till it's hitting all the way across.
Okay.
Now we go up there and set it. That's everything.
No, no acelera. So once you have the drum like touching on the back, what you want to do then is you want to put everything in the float position like this. So all of these have to be in the float position for the elevation control to work, and then from there, you'll push this button and it'll bring up a different screen. So I zeroed this side out already. Now we're gonna zero this side out. Zero. Okay. And we only want to go down 2 inches, but let's say we wanted to go down like 3 inches. We'd do that. And then this side would go down 3 and this side would go down 2, but we want to be equal, 2 on each side. So we'll leave it like that. Now when we're ready to start grinding, all we have to do is lower the machine little by little. ¿Ya quieres poner la máquina donde quieres empezar?
Ahorita que marque.
Okay. So we got Ed backing up, we're gonna load him up. It's a good looking machine. It looks cool loading the trucks up. It's got a lot of cool features, but let's go ahead and show you guys the end result. And in the end, this is all that's really important. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. This is where our trench was. You can see the slurry in there. And this is our initial pass. We went down 2 inches on each side. Then we moved the machine over, still going down 2 inches over there, but we want to be flat over here. So we zero this side out, and basically you can see that it leaves it perfectly flat and there's almost nothing to pick up here. So from this point, we have the skid steer with a sweeper on it, and he's gonna come back, he's gonna sweep this up, and then we'll get a leaf blower to get all the fine dust out. This guy's on the sweeper right here. He's gonna go ahead and start cleaning everything up, and then we'll come back and put tack oil down. Back here's what we've already done. We put asphalt down, so. So this is probably one of the coolest features on this machine. It has this little remote control right here, which stores away nicely in the front of the machine, and we'll take it around the back right now. Put that plug in right there. Then it has an electric motor. It's where you push this button and it'll rotate the drum down here so you can change the teeth out or inspect them like we're about to do right now. ¿Dónde? No parece.
No parece, ¿verdad? Entonces,
tiene mucha
a lo mejor tenía tierra.
Otra cosa que tenemos que comprar son estos.
Esos nunca se los cambiaron al otro.
No, en la Vitelli. ¿Nunca? Más hard facing aquí. ¿Sabe qué es hard facing?
Sí.
Que soldan aquí.
Ese está chato, mira.
¿Esta?
Dos más para arriba, dale.
This is such a rad feature. It makes changing the teeth so much easier. You guys can see that we got a bad tooth here already, and so we're gonna go ahead and get the tools out and change this tooth, but I'm gonna keep going around and try and find any more bad teeth. just about done for the day. I'm loaded up, got the truck warming up. We're starting to load the skid steers up. Got Maestro George up here, getting his trusty seat. Uh-oh. There you go, George. Okay, yeah, my boy, George.
Take care.
Okay. Go ahead and get going because I got a flight to catch, and taking the mountain roads with this beast and this truck, it's kind of a slow go. So, especially out here in the mountains, super windy, uphill, downhill, but yeah. So now I'm gonna get going, but Eric, you guys remember Eric? This guy's a rock star. He killed it today. And yeah, you ready to operate this thing? Yeah? Yeah? You got it? Okay.
Next time.
I'm gonna leave you in charge.
All right.
All right, see you, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put this cruise this video, but huge thanks to everybody that was involved, especially Holt Caterpillar up in Northern California. Those guys just killed it this week. They came out, they basically gave us a quick once over of the grinder, showed us how to use it. And then when we were actually ready to put asphalt down, the laydown machine out of nowhere had a sensor fail. And keep in mind, we were 2 hours from anywhere. They raced out there, they put in the sensor that failed, and we were able to put asphalt down the first day. You guys can't beat Caterpillar service. But a huge thanks to Edgar and Eric. Without the truckers, things like this are not possible. And then I always enjoy when I get to work with George and Emilio. Those guys are rock stars also. Huge thanks to the rest of the crew. But thank you guys for watching. Give me a huge solid like, subscribe, share this with your amigos. Hit that notification button down below so you guys continue to see other things that we got going on. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.